Hi, I'm Donna Guest, the Lazy Scrapbooker, and welcome to another Tuesday tip.
I'm taking my older Facebook Lives and editing them here for a YouTube playlist. This one was recorded live back in 2022 and it's a keeper. It's easier than you think, but definitely requires some instruction. Let's get started.
I found this somewhere online. I don't know the source, but I thought it was adorable, so I learned how to make it. This is a great little tool trick using two of our best tools, I think. Definitely the trimmer and, of course, the underused circle cutter. So I'm going to show you how to make this cute heart. I've got this page sort of decorated with one of my favorite subjects for these demos is my cat Nicholas, because I can use any layout for him. So I've just got a couple little embellishments and two pieces of paper here and a photo. So this is a great one to do some journaling or maybe one or two photos on. So let me show you how to make this. All right, we'll put this aside. And I am going out on a limb here and using these very bold papers from Vivid Melodies Jazzberry. So these are really bold patterns. I'm going to try it with this. I think I'm going to use this pink. This pink is my base page, so I'll set it aside. And I'm going to use this for my patterns. And you want to use a double-sided piece of paper that you like the patterns on both sides and they, go nicely together, or a good contrast. You'll see what I did here. That was one piece of paper, but the sides go very nicely together. So you can experiment and see what you like. All right, so what you'll need is you'll need your cutting mat. And I've, of course, got our 13 by 13 cutting mat, which I cannot live without because being large enough, you can center your 12 by 12 paper here, which helps to keep it centered when you need to measure things. Now this one, I'm not measuring so much. I'm going to use the circle cutter. And I know I've done videos on this as well, but just as a reminder, the circle cutter has one side for centimeters. I'm going to do inches. And this little white mark right here is the cutting blade. And this black mark over here is a pin, because you can put a pin in here and kind of play with it like a spirograph, and I'm dating myself there, although they do still sell those. I saw them in Michael's. And so I'm going to make these two circles to make the exact heart that I did right here. I'm going to do that the same thing. So I'm going to make it a 6-inch. So to do that, you do lefty-loosey and righty-tighty like you do anything. And so on the mark, the white mark that looks like a blade, I'm going to tighten that on 6, putting my black line there. And I'm tightening it up. Now, if you haven't used the circle cutter, this little point right here, it's not going to point a hole in your paper. It's just going to keep it in position. There's a rubber mat right here. That's the center of your circle. The blade is right here, and it is a safety blade. And to get the blade out, and I know this doesn't, I don't have to show all this, but I like to when I'm doing this. I'm going to push this button and open it up. I'm doing two things at once. And look at this adorable blade. It's so tiny. So it is a safety blade. As you notice, you have to press that in. Whoops. Have to press that in to engage the blade. So it keeps you safe. Now, using this is a 2-step process, because think about it. If you had this down in your bag and you accidentally press this and it only took one press, you could cut yourself, and you don't want to do that. So it requires 2 steps to make this cut, and that is pushing the white button in and pressing the blue down. So you got to be kind of coordinated to do that. It's really not hard. But I'm going to do 2 6-inch circles. So what I'm going to do is press this down to hold it in place. I'm not pressing it. I'm just making sure that the blade, which is under here, is within my paper. Okay, and it is. So now I'm going to press this and push down, and look at that beautiful circle. I always do a little turn of my paper so I can make sure that I gave it a clean cut, and I did. Isn't that fun? I love this tool so much. It is my go-to. If I just need to make a circle, I'm going to use this. It works best on paper. It is meant for paper. Now, if you're going to be cutting your photos, you're going to want to rely on the good old-fashioned custom cutting system. They are good for photos and paper, but when you're just cutting paper, I feel like I get a cleaner cut, an easier cut using the circle cutter. I hope I've left myself enough room. We'll see. Yeah, I did. Okay, yep, perfect cut. So look how easy that was. And then I've got all this paper left over to do something with. Okay, so I've got 2 circles here. Now I'm going to put this away. We're done with this, and I'm going to put the mat away. We're done with that. And so now we're going to use the trimmer. Now, how do I want to do this with this really cool pattern here? I haven't tried it with plaid, but I'm going to just keep the pattern straight. So we're going to cut this into 4. Think of it as a pizza or a pie. We're going to cut it into 4 pieces. The best way to do that, using the Creative Memories trimmer, you notice it has this ledge here and this ledge here. If you line your circle up until it stops at both of those ledges and it's centered there, so you know it's centered. When it does that, The dead center is right on the cutting line. So I'm going to cut that in half. That is the easiest way. Now they're the same size. That's the easiest way to cut a circle in half. You don't have to fold it, because I know folding works, but then you have a crease that you're kind of dealing with and you don't want to deal with that. So that was super easy. Now the next way, we could do that again. We could do it that way if we wanted to, or I could do it this way, knowing that it's a 6-inch diameter, and I'm going to just line it up at 3 over here and cut it in half. And now I have 2 equal pieces there. I'll do the same thing over here. I could have done them at the same time. So if you want to see that again, I've got one more circle. Okay, so I'm going to line that up with my line straight, because I don't know what this pattern is going to look like. So it's just kind of pushed up until it won't go any further without bending the paper. And I've got 2 equal halves. And now let's do these together. Make sure they're perfect. Line them up at 3 inches, because I know I did a 6-inch diameter circle. All right, we've cut them in half. And now we're done with the trimmer. Okay, so placing them, I'm going to place them before I attach them. So this is the tricky part. You're looking at all this, how do I make a heart? You're going to do 1 pie like this, and then you're going to do the opposite. Notice I have a space. And so you're just going to place them around. Now, I don't know if I love this pink background. Let me turn it over. Of course, I could do this anywhere, and I may not tape this down until I find a background I like better, because that one is really, really busy. In fact, let me just use a white one. I have nothing against all these colors, and honestly, when I get done, it may look okay, but just for the purpose of this demo, I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, and I think on camera, that kind of is a little bit distracting. So I'll do one. Let's do this one here. You can see this a little bit better for the demo. And then I'll put these here, and notice how I have a space going between them. You don't want them to be like this, or it doesn't quite work out. And then I've got these patterns here. Okay, and I'm happy with how I lined up the circle for the plaid, because they're all going in the same direction so far. And then I'm going to do like this. So we're just making the heart, and you have to look at this later, maybe do a screenshot when I'm done and keep it, because it's really hard to remember. And then this one we're going to do like this. And so because, oh, that's perfect. Because I have enough space between everything, this one fits. If I had squished everything together, this one would be too big. So that is nice. Now notice, this isn't perfect. I've got space right here. Well, I did on this one too, as you can see. And that's just where I put the photo kind of off center like this. Or you can put one big 5x7, or put a couple of photos here and just cover that up. So it's fine, because you're usually covering up some space anyway when we use all these patterns. So isn't that cute? So let's put them both on camera so you can see that. And then you can see maybe a finished one, and you can tell I didn't attach this. I just kind of laid it up here. And we've got some embellishments down here. There we go. So super easy, and it doesn't take as long as I just took, because I gave a very lengthy tutorial on the circle cutter. So to do this, you need the circle cutter, or your custom cutting system is fine. And your Creative Memories trimmer, of course, will give you the perfect way to cut those circles in half. The easiest way, I think. Saw it online somewhere and loved it. So very, very simple. And I hope you enjoy doing it. I hope you enjoyed this Tuesday tip. Thanks for watching. Want to see more? Check out my playlist called Tuesday Tips.